Excuse me. I can explain. I thought today was Sunday. And after I had announced it, I couldn't go back. You know what I mean? So I'm really, really sorry. The problem is we were going to do our cookout today. Howie was going to make breakfast. Where is this? Hang on a second. Howie was going to get an open fire going early in the morning. And, hey, Betty Randall. So, Howie was going to get a fire going this morning outside, and he was going to make breakfast. And then we were going to putter around outside, and I was going to make the dinner on the open fire. Problem being, this is driving me nuts. I'm waiting for it to play because it's doing that circle and it's distracting me. Yeah, I know it's Saturday, Joe. I know it's Saturday. So, in all fairness, I will do a public live stream on our half acre homestead tomorrow. If it's a nice day, I'll be doing the live stream outside. But if it's a crappy day, you're just going to be sitting here with me in front of this computer. So, let me say hi to everybody. Aldo, Beth Delano, Betty Randall, Seashell, Aloha, 80-Bit, Joe Mama, C'est moi, Paul Klein, Sandy Candy, Simply Jessica. Now let me just go on live chat or just pop my chat right out here and bring it on over and then switch it to live. And I don't know why. I know why, because Howie is watching TV out in the coach on the Wi-Fi. And it's right up at the driveway, but he can still get the Wi-Fi. Anyway, oh crap. Sorry guys. So yes, get over here. Thank you. I don't want it full screen. Okay. I don't want it full screen. Stop it. Behave. Anyway, so what's put your hand up if you were at Freaky Friday last night. Just got the notification. Well, I just decided to go live like a half an hour ago, and I thought today was Sunday, so I'm all discombobulated a bit today. Well, I know, Joe, it doesn't take much to confuse me either. Last night we did our Freaky Friday, and I am canning some salmon. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. Yes, surprise Saturday live. So I missed it. I was already in bed. Well, I had made muffins yesterday. I'm not really going to get into details, but I made muffins yesterday. And because I only used the bottom of the cake when I had made my butter using the French press, I saved the bottom cake of butter and herb to bake with. But I made 24 mini muffins out of that little cake of butter. And I ate two. So I thought, well, they're pretty weak. I ate two of them. And then I imbibed in another herbal product. Oh, so much herbal is more fungus. But anyway, we had a wonderful Freaky Friday. I had some trouble getting things started at first, but we had a wonderful Freaky Friday. And when I went to bed afterwards, everything kind of hit all at once. And I had a really hard time sleeping last night because I was very, very heavily medicated, and to the point where I didn't want to turn the lights out for a little while. I wanted to there's always a point when you don't realize you've taken too much medication. So there's like a 10 to 20 minutes spot where you're really kind of like coming out of anesthetic almost. And so you just have to ride it out for about 10 minutes. So I didn't get to sleep till after 4 o'clock this morning. And then I got up at 7:30 to take Briar to work. Um, and trying to give myself any time. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. So hang on a second. Let me just see if I can get this to play now. Nope. So anyway, that's why I'm still a little discombobulated. Not um, not because I am still there, but because I did not sleep well at all last night. I rebred 2 rabbits, a new giant chinchilla, and my Rex. Ooh, that sounds like I got out of work, Nathan, early today. Nice. I think you mean nice and early today, and I have tomorrow off. I'm lucky. I'm just working at the pharmacy Tuesday, and I have Monday off. Oh, good. You need some time off, Aldo. You need some time off. Ow. So that's why I'm not, I'm not 100% on the money today. So that's why you're getting a live stream on Saturday, because I thought it was Sunday. But if we do the cookout tomorrow, I will do some live streams, but I am going to be filming it. Let's just hope. I don't know, man. When it starts to rain in October, the first couple of days of October, it's usually a 3 or 4 day rain. It's been raining solid for like 18 hours. I had a mini flectomy on my right leg 2 days ago, and I'm taking it easy for now. I'm glad to catch alive. What's a mini flectomy? What is that? Can you explain that? I know if I take too much of my benzo, it does the opposite effect and I won't sleep as well. But if I should have been, I didn't, I took too much. I took too much thinking, well, and then while during Freaky Friday, I had to, go behind the fan. Well, I didn't have to go behind the fan then, but it was a little scary. It was a little scary. But then you just tell yourself, okay, this is a bit too much, and you just got to wait it out. So I got up and I opened a bag of chips and made myself a piece of chocolate banana bread and with butter. And then I went to the bathroom and I stepped outside in the cool breeze because it was raining, but I stepped out under the roof of the porch and just kind of got my boundaries or my bearings. Hi, Jean. It's where they were removed swollen, diseased veins. Ow. All right, well, you take it easy and let that heal properly, okay? Hey, Seashell. Okay, so I have no idea what we're going to have for supper. I'm not even there yet. So it's too late to do anything in the crock pot. So I have no idea. I'm still in bed. Well, I know it's Saturday. It's your day to be in bed, right? I'm exhausted and I'm sick. Just a nasty little cold, but I let myself get run down. Only one more treatment on Monday. I warned you about getting run down, sweetheart. I know you're really pushing it, but you've got to not just take one day a week to rest. You've got to find the moments during the week to rest. I know it's hard, sweetheart, but you're doing so good. You're doing so good. Hey, Angela. Hey, Barb. Just got back from the hospital half an hour ago. What a mess the health system is right now. Don't even get me started, Barb. Don't even get me started. I don't want to know. All I know is I'm home this weekend. I'm not home next weekend because it's Thanksgiving weekend and we're going to the racetrack for the Spooktacular. So you guys are going to see a lot of live streams then. And I could not in good conscience tell my son to bring a bike, especially when it's dark, it's hunting season, it's raining. I think it's bow season right now. And guys use it, and he can't ride the highway because there's no shoulder. He's got no light, no reflective gear, and he can't take the back roads because that's where all the drunks go to avoid the cops. So I could not in good conscience let my son ride his bike. Next weekend he'll have to figure it out, but this weekend I was home and I'm looking after it. Okay, Joe Mama, but I mean, it's all about balance, right? Hey, it's all about balance. It's all about balance, Joe. Okay. You are letting yourself get run down by not taking proper care of yourself all week. I know you can't do all the things you want to do, but you've got to find a way to put your feet up for a half an hour in the middle of the day or an hour in the middle of the day. Vincent Pellegrino, mini pumpkin oat bread loaves in the oven. Well, you know what I'm making tomorrow if it's raining? I'm making green tomato bread. Green tomato bread. Only the last time I made it, I chopped the tomatoes with the whiz bang chop thing, and not the whiz bang, the chop wizard, and I didn't like little bits of green tomato in it, so I'm going to puree them. But yeah, I'm going to make some green tomato cinnamon bread tomorrow, or muffins even, because then I can freeze them and put them in Howie's lunch, right? You're going to be a gran again, Rena. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be a grandparent, so I'm not counting on it. That's congratulations. That's wonderful. Yep, that is what I do to keep the ability to sleep most times. Split them in half. Well, I mean, I made chocolate chip banana muffins, and they were the mini muffins, right? And they might as well have had red tops with white dots on them. They were that strong. It's like, holy crap, right? We'll see, Rena. We'll see. Yes, I know I've used 2 gigabytes of data. Whip-de-dang. Oh, that's awesome news, isn't it? Isn't that? I don't know, but I didn't have a choice for those 6 weeks. It will even out after Monday mostly. Just 1 or 2 appointments a month in Cleveland. We'll have some normalcy. Oh, I'm so glad, Joe. I mean, you have been slogging an uphill battle for 6 weeks. And I'm glad that you're just a little bit run down and not completely ground down. You know what I mean? So good for you. I mean, God bless your heart. You've worked so friggin' hard looking after your husband when your own health isn't the greatest. So I love you, Joe, and I'm sending you love and light and healing energy every day. Lucky me, what? My streusel was an inch high. Ooh. Is it wrong that just made me excited in a weird way? 6-inch streusel. Can't remember the last time 6 inches of anything got me that excited. I'm sorry. Hey, Marie Dunn, how's it going? Let's just say that if it happens, if it happens, Rena, it happens, and I will be glad. And if it doesn't happen, then I'm not. It is what it is, right? Hey, Penny Metcalf from Nova Scotia and Celeste Auto Care. Hi. How's it going, Angela? Oh, yes, you could have, Joe. You could have done it without our support. We're just words of encouragement and prayers, honey. Well, you know what? Forget it. That does help a lot, because I know I've had people praying for me, and it's gotten me through so many different things, right? Wow, our internet's crap. Wait a second. I gotta pop this back out again. It's this. You know what? I am just gonna make this a big one, because it's just. Hey, Hey, hi, Colleen. How's it going? Move this over here. Live chat. Well, I mean, huh? Hey, Becky, how's it going, sweetheart? Oh, Becky. Oh, Becky. The real party started after I got offline and got upstairs last night and got into bed when I tried to read my book and the letters in, well, not a book, but my Kindle, and the letters started rearranging themselves on the page. I was up till 4 o'clock this morning. Um, it was actually there was 20 minutes where I had to get up and walk around and have something to eat and go step outside and get some fresh air and stuff. So it was quite the experience. I'm never going to do two and two again, right? Howie was really smart to sleep in the couch last night. Absolutely, Lena K. Please keep our new goddaughter baby born at 22 weeks in prayer. Always. Everybody's always in our prayers. I got a lot of fruit and salad stuff in the house right now, so I'm trying to eat it all before it goes bad, not to mention 4 hamburgers that I cooked up on Thursday, going to make a BLT for dinner tonight. Um, oh well, I made 24 muffins out of one little cake of butter and herb. And I mean it was only this big around, like the like say the size of the lid of a wide mouth mason jar, and it was only that thick. And then, the other herbal products didn't help. It all hit me at once when I was in bed. It was like, ooh, yeah, this is not. So, but it was a good time though. I mean, when we had a great time last night. I hope we had a great time last night. Did we have a good time last night? I had a good time last night. I always love it when we can get together and release the negative energy and fill our hearts and souls with song and joy and dancing and music. Music has tones to soothe the savage beast, right? So um so yeah, there's not much going on. We were supposed to do our cookout today, but it's been raining. Hopefully we'll be able to do our cookout tomorrow. I phoned or I texted Alex, the good son. He's going to come up on the 16th, I hope, and help Howie with uncovering the two, because you got to shovel out the lids of our septic to be pumped on the 18th. And the soil is so wet right now with rain that it would give Howie a heart attack trying to shovel those, right? So and there's 3/4 wood that have to get piled on the porch. So I said to Alex, if you want to make $100 on the 16th, come on out and help Howie with the lids and the firewood, and I'll be more than grateful. So lass, she was a potent lass, the butter. Yes, it was a great time. Glad I joined. I had a blast. Um, but the twinkle lights won't be here until the 22nd of October. So once those twinkle lights come, because yes, the cloud bank is up, folks. But once the twinkle lights come, I have to take down the blue sheet, put the twinkle lights up, and then move the blue sheet over because it's off center. Oh yeah, we have wood for the winter. We've got 2 cord left from last year, and we just bought 3 cord more. And 5 cord is about all we'll need, and it's all hardwood. So I'm the fire keeper. As long as you don't let Howie near the fire. He just take a chill off the house. You get it roaring, and then we're opening all the windows at 3 o'clock in the morning because I can't breathe from the heat. My old fax machine works better. I'm about to bring this new one back and keep the old one. Well, that's good, Aldo. I have a Canon. I have a Canon printer. It's one of those tank printers. It connects to my phone and iPad, print out documents, etc. for where I could do that if I could figure out how to do it. Right. Um, Hi, Simply Jessica. Got to town for a fabric sale. Thank you, Mrs. Bev. By all, I'm glad. I'm glad. I haven't. I'm actually going to once I get off here. I'm going to go sit and quilt, and put on Downton Abbey until Howie decides to come in. I have no idea what we're having for. Maybe I do. Yes, it has just come to me. I'm going to break up one of my can of pork chops, my jar of pork chops. I'm going to break them up and I'm going to throw in a half a cup of rice, um, to three quarters of a cup of rice and a jar of my garden medley and an onion. And yeah, that's going to be supper. It is a nice quiet time. Hey guys, I gotta go. I'm going to rest the rest of the day. Babe, I love you. I love you too, sweetheart. Your mama, I love you. And you're in my prayers. Everyone, please have a blessed day until we meet again. Love you, Aldo. You take some time. You've had a really, really, really busy summer. So you put your feet up, okay, sweetheart? Men like to roast you out. I don't understand it. I'm, pretty sure I'm past menopause, okay? It's been 9 years, 9 or 10 years since I had my last cycle. And in 2012, they removed my ovaries. So I don't feel, but because of my fibro, I call it my thermostat. Can you see? Oh, I hope I don't screw this up. Hang on. There's my clouds. There you go. You can see the clouds there. Um, but because of my fibro, my thermostat, my inner thermostat is broke. Some days, like I spend most of the winter dressed in tank tops and shorts, unless I have to go out. Do you know why? A, because Howie doesn't know how to keep a fire down. And B, it's easier for me to put on like a cardigan and slippers than it is to take more clothes off, right? Even when you're past menopause, your overall temp is different. Well, it's not just that though, it's fibro too. So like sometimes I'll be just freezing. I'll be freezing. I'll have my slippers on and I'll have a sweater on or my little jacket and I'll be saying, what's going on? Is it cold? Howie's like laying down on the couch in his underwear, going, no, it's great in here. And I was like, okay, that's me. It's a fibro thing, right? I run hot and cold all the time. It's tough being a woman, and my fibro makes it worse. Absolutely, Becky. Absolutely. Take care, Aldo. Hey, Sherry, how's it going, sweetheart? I'm sorry that this is an accidental Saturday live. I will do another live tomorrow, either from outside or from in here, but I will do another live tomorrow, but it'll be on our half-acre homestead, to be fair. I am past menopause. I hate the heat. Then I run cold too. Well, I'm just getting to the point now where, I mean, 2 years ago, I would keep my window and my big window's right over the headboard of my bed, and I would open it that much. It'd be 40 below. I'd open it that much and have a fan on me. And Howie's like on the other side of the room because my baseboard is shut off. So Howie's in his bed on the other side of the room with his baseboards going and several blankets. And I'm like, right? But it hasn't been like that for a while. I'm getting to feel I love a cold room at night because then you can snuggle in under the blankets, right? Hey, Paula Bowie, under pressure, pushing down on us. How's it going, Paula? How's it going? So, I've been known to be in just a bra and panties, but then the clothes ready to put back on. I no longer care. I walk around with flaps open all the time, if you understand what I mean. Because unless it's daytime, But if I get up, I sleep naked. So if I get up in the middle, I haven't worn clothes to bed since I was 15, unless I had to because I was sharing a room or a motel room with my mother-in-law or whatever. But I mean, I haven't slept in clothes in pajamas since I was 15 because I get tangled in them, you know? So, you know, the only it's a good thing there's not a lot of company hanging out anymore, but then my family are the only people that hang out here occasionally sometimes. And if I get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom, it's no shock to see me walking around with all my flaps open. And you know, because that's just who I am and my family. Now, if you're visiting my house and you don't, yeah, I wouldn't do that, right? Hey Beth, how are you, darling? Excuse me. So yeah, and you know, I'm a little discombobulated from lack of sleep. That's why I thought it was Sunday, and it feels like a Sunday. You know what I mean? A mooey moo. Moo oo moo oo is a most comfy, especially commando. Oh, there you go. Did you ever try bees and honey, Bev? Hell yes. We had bees for years. Well, we had a really bad, particularly bad winter, and I lost Clover, Blossom, and Ditto. My three goats, and both Clover and Blossom were not Ditto, Oli. It doesn't matter. And we had a 40 below winter, and it didn't matter what we fed them or anything. It was really bad, and we lost our last colony of bees, and we lost all our goats, and it was like, it was yeah. It is raining and cold here. It is. It's been, I don't know if it's still raining. It looks like it has stopped. Yes, it has stopped, but it's still cloudy and cold. I'm hoping tomorrow will be a sunny day. I don't care if it's cold, but if it's sunny, we're cooking outside. I'm too scared to feel naked. What if there was a fire? No one wants to see this running screaming out of a house. You know what? To sleep naked, you mean? Yeah. I always have a nightshirt right beside me that if I have to throw it, like if I hear a knock on the window and I have to run to the front door to, or if I hear Gracie barking and it's because there's a delivery or something, I have to throw something on, right? But I always have something handy, like a long t-shirt kind of thing, but you know, I may order an Amish fireplace because it doesn't get cold enough. What's an Amish fireplace? It does get cold enough. I love a cold room. The kind where your nose turns red and you shiver, not from cold, but from thankfulness for a home and a bed and covers. Exactly, Kelly. I mean, when I was a kid, and my father was the same as Howie, we had a coal furnace in Toronto when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure we had one of the last coal furnaces in the industrial district of Toronto. Last coal furnaces at home in a home, and firefighters have seen it all. I bet, Paula. Looks like a little electric real fireplace. I have an electric fireplace. I have one downstairs. So, long do you keep dehydrated power from? How do you keep dehydrated powder from clumping? Oh, hi, Michelle. If when you grind it, if you can squeeze it together and make it stick together, then you need to dump all that powder back onto a fruit leather tray and dry it some more until you can't pinch it together and make it hold, because that means there's moisture in it. Okay? I'm doing fabulous today. Oh, that's awesome. Um, so I have a little electric fireplace downstairs. And so when I get all things organized, I've still got to get Howie to take down the shelf that's on the wall because I don't know how it got put up there. I think he put it up with screws, so I don't want to just try and rip it down. I'll probably take down half the wall. Yeah, use rice in the shaker too. Um, where was I? Oh yeah. So I'm getting there. I got my cloud bank up downstairs. And like I said, I've got, I think, 200 twinkle lights coming, and I'm going to put them on the wall and then like tear the sheet down, put them on the wall, and then move the sheet over like 2 feet because I realized I was off center. I put the sheet up first and then started working on my cloud bank and realized, oops, I got, you know, there's the sheet and here's the cloud bank. No, there's the sheet and here's the cloud bank. So I've got to move the sheet over. So I don't have any cards or anything up here. They all got taken down. Well, this is, oh, you mean from last night? It's getting there. It's getting there. I have to set things up in a way that I can get the green screen up. That'll be next. The mini lights, the LED lights aren't coming until the 22nd of October. But and I could not film me putting up the last of the cloud bank because I started to put the cloud bank right across. Like if you go that the living room is long, then I wanted to put the cloud bank right across the middle. But the problem was is I didn't need the cloud bank. I didn't have enough lights and I getting up and down off the stool to staple clouds to the ceiling was a real scary thing, and that's why it's taken me 2 Fridays to do it because I'm standing on a little plastic stool, right, to get and I don't want to fall, right. um Thank you, Lena K. So that's when I get my lights and when Howie takes down the black shelf, I may ask him to do it tomorrow if the weather is crap again, or I may ask him to do it tonight. And then I can put up my green screen and then the studio will be almost ready. The makeup table and everything, these wigs have to go downstairs, and the makeup table and the shelf and the mirror all have to be moved. But it's all good. It's all good. The anticipation is real. I can't wait to see the studio. It's pretty much this. Only the way I'm hoping to do it is that the whole, when you see the back wall and me and the clouds, you won't see anything else of the room. And then when I turn the table around, hopefully, I will have the green screen up on the wall. So when I do live readings, I'll be able to throw up on the green screen. Say if I'm reading Little House on the Prairie live, I can put up waving grass and wheat fields and children running. Who knows, right? I have to figure that out first, though. I figure when you run hot, at least your metabolism is working right and you're burning off those extra carbs. Works for me since I started GLP hormone therapy to lose weight and control diabetes. GLP hormone therapy. The doctor offered me hormones when I lost my ovaries, or when they had to take my ovaries, and I said, "Do I have to have it?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Well, isn't hormone therapy kind of birth control pills?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm my 40s. You're gonna give me birth control? Isn't that like a stroke risk thing?" She said, it's your choice, right? And I went, "Nope, I'm fine." Look at you getting all fancy, Bev. Well, hey, I'm still waiting. Oh, yeah, there you are. One of the good things about cutting your hair. Oops, I got this backwards here. One of the good things about having short hair. Now, I kind of like my part off center. try some. Oh, yes. Let's try. I have something here somewhere that would actually kind of look cool if I can do it right. Wrong color, though. Okay, so we don't want to do that. We'll do this. How fast it changes. And I don't have an eyebrow pencil. But, I mean, you get the idea, right? No hormones for me either. Little Mermaid vibes. Ah. Where did my skull cap thingy go? Probably fell off. See, this isn't an actual wig stand. So, as soon as the lights are done, the cloudscape is done, and the green screen is up, then I'm going to get, I have a big antique mirror. For those of you who have been watching my studio come together on Patreon, I have a big antique mirror above a dresser, and I'm keeping the dresser there because that's where I put my speaker inside a thing until I get a better speaker. And but that antique mirror is going to come down, and it's going to go just above my makeup table. And then the shelf, I have the brackets for a shelf that are going to go just above the mirror for like wig stands and stuff. And I have all my makeup and everything down there. I have all my cards and everything down there. It's going to be a blast. Yeah, the internet is absolute garbage. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just pop this back out because I accidentally moved it. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Once a week, I'm going to, or once a week, I'm going to do up in Glamour and do card readings and stuff on Patreon. And then we have the Freaky Friday. And then Monday's just live chat, Monday or Wednesday. The other one will be a makeup day, probably the Wednesday. And then once a month, I will go on live unlisted, getting ready for once a month, I will go on live on Patreon, getting made up, like while I'm making myself up for the public live stream. And then I'll end the Patreon live stream and we'll go public. I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Trust me. It's a bitch to get used to GLP. What is GLP? What is GLP? But it works and no longer get nauseous. I lost 60 pounds though and don't get nausea anymore, but weight has stalled. Not about to run marathons anytime soon. Barb, what is GLP? Because I'll ask my doctor about it. Hey, Jaton, how's it going? How's it going? So tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow, if the weather is better, I'm not sure it's going to be. But I got some things on the go. But today, I'm taking today off. I'll be picking Briar up at 8 o'clock tonight, unless Howie goes for me, which I don't. He'll just be stubborn and say, nope, I'm done. But I'll pick Briar up and take him to work tomorrow. And if the day is a better morning, then we will do our stuff. If not, I'll be making green tomato bread. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Oh, thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't really matter, does it? Just don't put thumbs down if you don't mean it. Hey, Gothic Sugar, how's it going? So yeah, I took my crystal ball downstairs yesterday. The only thing left to go down is my medicine stick that my brother made for me. That's the only thing that has left to go down. Because all my cards are down there now. My pendulum's down there and it's working. It's getting stronger and stronger. All but the one salt lamp on my bedside table are down there. Um, I just gotta get, I got a whole box of garbage. Oh, and the two sets of lights I didn't use, I think I'm going to bring them up and put them underneath my cabinets so that when I'm filming, oh, right. Thank you, patrons. Because this camera has completely bit the dust. This was a new camera, but I broke the battery on it, and I happen to have a taped together battery from the old camera. So I could use it, but this camera has absolutely bit the dust. There is no viewfinder. There is no, and if it does come on, it's usually just white, so I can't see when I'm filming. So I'm ordering a new one. As soon as my Patreon goes into my bank account, it's enough. It's just enough for me to get a new camera, tripod, and card. So thank you very much, patrons, for that, for keeping things rolling. It's been one of those dicey years financially. I'm still getting yeah, it's going to cost me about $400 to get it all from Amazon. This was my third camera. I mean, I'm not kind to these things, eh? Hey, Flavina stuff. The last one I had, Howie left out in the rain, remember? Pardon me. Oh, in the middle of a horrible fibro flare. I had a pretty bad, it wasn't bad, but Thursday and Friday, Thursday I had a bit of a fibro flare, but it was my arthritis that was the worst because of the rain and because of the dampness in the air. So last night I over medicated. I'm not going to do that anytime soon again. But last night I over medicated, and it was Freaky Friday, and I over medicated. I had a rough night. So there's a fine line. So yeah, I'm getting a new camera, a smaller tripod, because the one that I used to sit on the counter is broken. It just died. And 128 gigabyte card. It's amazing, used to spend like $40 on a 10 gigabyte card or whatever. And when they came out to 16 gigabytes, now it's like a 128 gigabyte card for $20, right? Once a week injection GPL hormone called Ozempic. It punishes you if you are bad with diet called Ozempic. No longer insulin resistant, no longer need to take insulin. I'll have to talk to my doctor about that. I just got extra freaky. Well, it's a good thing it was off camera, guys, because it was for 20 minutes. It was really nasty. I was sweating and not nauseated, but sweating and kind of wobbly on my pins, and lying down in the dark was not a good idea so I had to get up. But no longer need to take insulin. Well, that's good. So anything else I haven't talked about? Oh yeah, the new camp. So I've got to order, hopefully tomorrow or the next day. I'll be going to pick up my Amazon cards, or I will just put it on Howie's debit credit card. He's got a credit card that's like you just add money to. I'm on Ozempic too. So what does it do? What does Ozempic do? Right? Be careful about what you talk about, because I wouldn't want my video taken down for medical misfriggin' information. Right? Apparently, I heard that our province was going to shut down all social media. I don't know how the hell they can do that. But I know our prime minister passed a bill, went through the House, C something or other, that gives the government censorship control over all social media and internet related information. Isn't that nice? Ozempic shot weekly. I'm going to write that down because my doctor wants to put me on pre-diabetes meds, and I keep saying no. Once you're on meds, you can't go off them. Ozempic. Oh yeah. So I don't know if they're going to shut down social media or not. Apparently, it's supposed to be just for a week. Maybe they're trying to reboot everybody. All right. This may be a reboot of the internet in Quebec so that they have their control. They can't just sneak in and take it. They have to do something first, right? All countries have kill switches on social media and internet. Okay, thank you, Barb. I will look it up. Hey, Barbara from Peaster, Texas. So I'm going to switch Shalimar back, calling you Shalimar. So I've heard that. I have no idea what's going to go on. But I have an email address outside of Google. So I will put that email address up in my face. Well, here. Pretty sure that's what it's called. I think it's Pronto Mail, or is it Proton Mail? I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. Just a second. Anyway, if it's not Pronto, it's Proton. Pretty sure it's Proton. I'd like to have a shot to make me eat less. The gastric sleeve I got was a joke. I got gastric bypass, and I lost like 167 pounds or no. Yeah, I lost about 160 pounds. And then my ovaries got really sick, and all of a sudden I stopped losing weight. It's like my body said, no, okay, you're losing weight too fast, and now your body's sick. We're not going to let you lose weight because obviously it's the problem. There's no understanding. There's no real brain to how your body works. It just says, if you're losing weight too fast and you get sick with something that is more than just a cold, right? A systemic illness like your ovaries or your liver or something, your body goes into a defense mode where it says, okay, until we know what's going on, you're not losing any more weight because, this could be cancer. You know what I mean? So, hey, Autumn Fireside, how are you? I'm doing well today, Barb. How are you? But and even so, my doctor, like some people get a gastric bypass and it makes their pouch smaller, and then they go back for an adjustment. My surgeon made my stomach the size of my thumb. I couldn't eat more than a tablespoon at a time, and I had to sip water constantly to stay hydrated. But wow, I mean, I lost 50 pounds in the first 2 months. I lost 175 and gained back half. Hated all the Palladius. Well, I gained back. I went down to 247 pounds. And then I was 415, and I went down to 247 pounds. And they wanted me to lose another 40 pounds, and they were going to do a tummy tuck. But that's when my body got sick. And everyone said, oh, it's because you're working in a bakery and you're eating. But I said, no, guys, no. I got really sick working at the bakery. So and then I went back up to 371. 373. And the only way it now works for me is if I just keep an eye on my weight and my carbs and all that stuff, because I can't lose weight too fast or it'll stop, and I can't not lose weight for my health. So I have been slowly, I'm down to, the last time I weighed myself, I'm down to 325, which means I've lost, another 50 pounds. When I got right back up to 371, I've lost another 50 pounds, but it's taken me like 5 years to lose that 50 pounds because it's a process and you got to do it on a naturally slower scale or it'll never stick. I'm a grazer. It's so hard. Well, hi, Stephen. How are you, darling? Is it raining there, honey, in Milwaukee? It seems to be raining everywhere today. It seems to be raining. There's an Ozempic Canada private group on Facebook, helps get through side effects of nausea, loss of electrolytes. Ooh, geez. See, I'm really weird. I'm really weird about trying new drugs. Why? Because I react really badly. That's why everybody keeps going, just shut up and get the. And I'm like, you don't get it. There's like, for me, I know my body. And to me, it's a 50-50 shot whether it's going to work. Ow, that fucking hurt. Sorry. It's a 50-50 shot whether it's going to work or whether my body's going to destroy itself trying to get nanoparticles out of my system that won't leave. Right? A bit cool but beautiful in Ohio. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad. It's raining in Wiltshire. I think it's the time of year, guys. It's the time of year. Fall is here, and things are gonna start getting damp. That's why the firewood's in. Um, the septic is getting pumped on the 18th. That's good for 2 years. And the coach is put up there. you know so things are the wood is getting piled on on the 16th. Hopefully Alex is coming to help Howie uncover the septic lids and pile the firewood, and Howie's got to get up on the roof when it's not raining and clean the chimney. I love fall too. I really do love fall. It is my favorite season. I like spring, but there's bugs. And spring is like hope, right? Spring is life renewal. Summer is the swimming pool and lots of hard work. Fall is most of my canning's almost done and the weather's cooling down and we can get a crackling fire because nothing gets into your bones like wood heat. Seriously. So it's one of those things where there's no bugs and you can have a fire and you can control your own body temperature. You know what I mean? But I mean, I love fall. I love fall. And then it's that settling in feeling of going towards winter, that the freezer's full and the pantry's stocked and the wood is stacked and the chimney's clean, and let's sit down and enjoy let's enjoy winter, right? For a few days, it rained all around us, but not here. We need it. I bet. Where are you, Jaton? Overcast, but a nice day in Somerset, Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania. There's a lot in the United States that I just love. I love West Virginia. I love Pennsylvania. I'd like to see more of Kentucky, that kind of thing. But I love Louisiana. It feels like my second Quebec. But the truth is as far as I'm concerned, Louisiana and Florida are sinking. In the next 500 years, they're going to be underwater. So, but rain is coming this week, but a lot cooler. Oh God. 81 degrees in North Carolina. Wow. Okay. I'm really sorry, folks, that I called you out of your comfort zones and made the mistake of doing a live stream on a Saturday. But I will go live tomorrow on our half acre homestead, either outside or here, one or the other. But I don't care for PA much. It looks dirty to me for some reason. Oh, Tennessee. Yes, I'd love to see Tennessee too. Hey, Andrew, we're just getting ready to shut down. How are you, darling? I don't care. I just remember driving through on our way and driving through Pennsylvania and seeing a bald eagle as we're driving through the hills. And and I made a comment on it, and because I'd never seen one before. Now I've seen a few of them, but I'd never seen one before. And somebody said, "Oh," in the comments, "Oh, I always get a kick when someone says they see a bald eagle in July," and it's like, you calling me a liar? You know? But I mean, everybody's an armchair expert, right? Well, thank you, Jaton. It's a nice distraction. It's a bonus. Winston-Salem, Massachusetts? Or I'm off to bed now. See you soon. Hopefully. Good night. God bless. Take care, Rena. Mwah. Just got back from Hendersonville picking apples like everyone else. Oh my God. Is my apple still on the tree? Oh, I don't know. I can't see whether my apples. Yes, it is. It's still on the tree. Because I want to make an apple cake with that. But Pennsylvania rural is beautiful, but Pittsburgh. Well, see, I'm not a city person. I'm only a city person in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Well, we're all here. We're all here to be reckless. Ooh, no, Max Webster. We're all here just to hang out and love and support and uplift each other, Andrew. That's what it's all about, right? So, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Okay. I was born in the industrial blue collar district of Toronto. And when I say Toronto, Ontario, I don't mean the greater Toronto area that covers 100 square miles or 1,000 square miles. Who knows how big Toronto is now? Because they've included things like when I was a kid, Toronto was like, I can't believe they're changing the name of Dundas. Dundas is nobody remembers why it's called Dundas. They just know that it is. But got a twofer, absolutely. My elderly neighbor gave me some baked apples from her tree yesterday. They were absolutely delicious. Well, I have one apple, and I'm making it into an apple cake when we do our cookout. And I hope our cookout can be tomorrow. Because I sent Howie up to the coach with everything to make Yorkshire pudding and a roast dinner and a cake, except for my apple that's still on the tree. So I'm really hoping that tomorrow will be a sunny day, but it's been raining for almost 2 days now. So, but I'm going to go and pick green tomatoes, do the dishes, and make green tomato bread. I think I'll make green tomato bread tomorrow. I'm going to go quilt. So, hey, Autumn Gypsy, a wild blueberry pie. Well, I have blueberry. Are you saying ooh to green tomato bread? Do you say ooh to zucchini bread? It's même chose. It's the same. It's pretty much the same idea. It's taking something and using it, but instead of cutting it, dicing it fine, I'm actually going to puree it in my Ninja blender. But yeah, you just add cinnamon and some cloves and stuff, and it's no different than any other banana bread. Well, maybe not banana, but like apple bread or zucchini bread or anything else. We looked at a roast beef today at Sam's, $45. Well, see, I went to Giant Tiger and they had little sirloin tip roasts, about a pound and a half. Yeah, they were $10. But when they're vacuum sealed and thrown in the freezer, and if you've got the extra 20 or $30 to grab two or three of them, you know me, folks. Whose birthday is it? Tomorrow's my birthday. Will you sing to me? I love to hear you sing. Well, show up on our Half Acre Homestead Live tomorrow and I will sing you happy birthday. Grandma always said green tomato pie tasted like apple pie. No, it did not. Well, I'm not going to make a green tomato pie. Or maybe I should. Depends on how many green tomatoes I'm going to be pulling off off my plants. I have no idea, Flavina, but you will probably get anywhere from a half an hour to an hour's notice. And if it's beautiful and sunny, it will be outside tomorrow, and I'll show, we'll have a chat by the fire. And if it's not beautiful and sunny, we'll be here around 4 o'clock. But it all depends on what tomorrow brings, right? I put a load of green vine tomatoes on a shed roof. They went red in just 2 weeks. Well, you know what, Andrew? If you put them in a brown paper sack and put them in a closet, they'll go ripe in a couple of days. Trust me. They need their own gases. So you close the top of the paper bag, and then you just go in every day and you pull out the ripe ones every other day and pull out the ripe ones. Make the best of what you got. Exactly. And soon, I just might go and get Howie to drive me and get some carrots. The 50-pound bags of carrots are out. 50 pounds and only $8. You can see the carrots coming, can't you? I'm still waiting for a first hard frost so that I can pull my rutabagas. I need to figure out my Patreon debit card changed. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I wish I could help you. You do that with papaya? Really? I've never had fried green tomatoes, and I don't think it's something I'm going to start. A, I don't want to add any more breaded and fried stuff to my diet. And B, it just, the thought doesn't appeal to me. More kind of like how the thought of green tomato bread doesn't appeal to Becky. But the thing is I've made green tomato bread before, and I've done it with finely diced tomato, and this time it's like, no, I'm gonna make it with pureed green tomato. So last year I made salsa verde with my green tomatoes. Yeah, I've done that, but we don't eat it a lot. And I still have relish. I actually have 3 big brown pickling cucumbers sitting outside, and I'm soon going to bring them in and cut them in half, and hopefully I will be able to save those for next year. Oh, maybe sometime. Yeah, you missed Freaky Friday, and it was a Freaky Friday, Autumn. It was a Freaky Friday. I took 2 capsules of a half a gram of an herbal fungi and 2 chocolate chip can of muffins. Now, they were mini muffins, and I only used a saucer plate of butter and herb from when I made my butter in 24 muffins. 2 muffins was still too much. They are good, but a smart move with avoiding the fried and bread. I've cut out sugar the last 2 months for my health, and it's helping me so much. Well, I don't use a lot of sugar anyway. But I have enough muffins now that I can have 1 when I go to bed at night, and it'll be fine. Hey, Mama Cat, how's it going? Hola. So anyway, we've been on here for an hour, and look for me. I'm sorry I bumped on here a day early. So tomorrow there will be a live stream, but it will be on our Half Acre Homestead. And it will be either from outside in the cool, damp, chilly, sunny air, cooking outside, or it'll be in here. All right. But either way, there's more stuff coming up. And I have to go fix my new wave oven. Um, and I'll make a video of that for Life with the Wolfies because my shell, plastic shell cracked, and then it got it got put on the half wall that leads down the basement stairs, and got the dog bumped it, and it went bang 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 bang, and a piece of the shell came out and it split. But I have muffler tape, so that's a video for tomorrow on Life with the Wolfies. It's a bonus for us. Okay, okay. I bet you had a great Friday. I'm making a weed wedding cake in a few weeks, and regular cuplet cakes. Well, I made chocolate chip banana bread yesterday for Howie in a loaf, and then I made my chocolate chip can of mini muffins so that nobody misunderstands which is which. So when Briar came in, I said, "Don't touch the muffins, but you can have the chocolate loaf." And he goes, "Which one's the weed one?" And I went, "The muffins." And he said, "Okay." All right, everybody. Now it's time to close. So for all those who care to, if you don't want to stay for the closing prayer and blessing, that's fine. There's no judgment. Not everybody works on the same levels of faith, right? So, but if you do want to stay, for all those who care to, please help me close with a push of light and love to each other and to the world. Okay? All right? So I'm going to give everybody time to say goodbye if they don't want to stay. Take care. Mwah. God bless. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Wait a second. Okay. Take care. God bless. And for the rest of us, take a nice deep cleansing breath, as deep as you can get it. Hold it for a couple of seconds and then release it to the count of 7. Okay? Creator and source of all. Hey, God, how's it going? Thank you, God, for having my back last night when I over imbibed in my medication and had a few moments of, discombobulation. So thank you for having my back and being the calm voice of reasoning in the back of my head saying, this is not going to kill you and it's not going to last. So just breathe. But sometimes, God, we all have to think about that. Like, yes, it was 10 or 20 minutes of anxiety for me. But there are people in the world right now, God, that are constantly being hit with, things that create a flight or fight response. A loved one is ill. We are run down. Babies are being born premature. People are sick, alone, frightened, addicted, neglected, rejected. All of these things that cause pain and upset and anxiety. And that makes a cloud. And we don't want that over us, God, because when there's a cloud, it's hard for us to see the light, the divine light of your love sometimes. So, God, we lift all of our friends and family up, whether they're struggling or not, whether they're alone or in the bosom of their family. We all need a little more peace and love and harmony, God. We can easily allow ourselves to be caught up in the negative narrative of what's going on in our world today, but then we're only feeding that negative narrative with our energy, right? So, as hard as it is, and this is our trial by fire, God, we are going to go forth in light and love and harmony and do our best to spread peace and see peace in our future, see love and a better world in our future, and don't let this fill us. We don't want to give that energy. So God, we're all going to link hearts and link hands across the world. And we want you to pour your divine light and love into us. Now, I know it's always there, God, but we need an extra punch of it. Because as we are linked heart and hand, we become a circle, an amplifier of your love, God. So please pour it down through us, fill us, and let it shoot out our hands and connect with the person next to us until it becomes a rotating ball of light, and it gets more powerful and more powerful the more we focus on it. Until we are no longer even visible. We are just a ring of wonderful divine light and love. And when we can no longer contain it, we push that out. And it's 1,000,001 brilliant flares of light, so that people who are having a hard time can take shelter. People that are confused can take shelter. People that are sick can take shelter. And those of us that are compelled to do so will hold this light up until we meet again. And what does a flare do? Or what does 1,000,000 flares of divine love light do? It pushes back the darkness and gives us clarity to see the people around us that need our love, need our help, need help focusing their light so that they too can spread the light. Oh, thank you, God. Amen. Shalom. Miigwech. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry part. Blessed be. Walk forward in the light of God's love. This is the Mrs. Wolfe from Life with the Wolfe saying, see you sometime tomorrow. If it's outside, it could be any time. If it's inside, it'll probably be around 4 p.m. EDT. All right? Mwah! Take care. God bless. Love you guys. Don't ever forget that. We all are worth loving. We all are special. And we are all imperfectly perfect. That's why we are here.